With the American Express Platinum card being one of the most popular premium credit cards on the market, it is also the most expensive, obviously not including the Centurion card. And this begs the question of whether it's really worth the high annual fee. Hi, my name's Daniel, and in this video I'm going to go through a few different scenarios to see whether it's worth having the Amex Platinum card. Basically, I'll talk about my experience with the Platinum card over the past 5 years, and then I'll go over what benefits I actually use with the card, and whether I'm actually receiving value from this card or just wasting my money. Then I'll talk you through a few hacks that you can use to get the most value out of your Amex card. And with that being said, let's jump straight into it. History of the Platinum Amex card. The American Express Platinum card was first launched back in 1984 and had an annual fee of $250, which at the time was pretty expensive. Now in 2017, when I upgraded from the Amex Gold card and got my first Platinum Amex card, it was only $450 a year, which at the time I thought was pretty expensive and the most I would want to pay for a credit card. Now fast forward 5 years and it is substantially more expensive. It has increased in price by over 50%. Currently it costs $695 to maintain the car each year, but in defense of the high annual fee, the Platinum card now offers so many benefits and user perks that if you take advantage of them, you can quite easily cover the cost of the annual fee and still have a ton of value to make use of. Also, if you look at the initial $250 cost for the Platinum card back in 1984, if you account for inflation, that $250 would now be the equivalent of $712.89 in today's money. So depending on how you look at it, the card is priced at a similar value to what it was back in 1984. Are the benefits on offer useful for you? Now, it is no secret that the Amex Platinum card comes with a ton of added benefits and perks that can be worth quite a lot of money. One question I always ask myself when applying for a new credit card is whether I will be able to make use of all of the benefits. And a simple way to decide if a credit card is worth the annual fee is to choose what benefits you are most likely to use and then calculate the value of them. This will give you an approximate value that you will be able to gain from using the card. So for this example, I'll go over what benefits I actually use, and this should provide you and me an idea if I'm actually wasting my money by having the Platinum Amex card. Benefits I actually use. One of the most useful benefits for me personally is access to the Global Lounge collection. I travel quite often and almost always take advantage of the airport lounges that are available at the given airport that I happen to be at. Just this year alone, I visited the Delta Sky Club twice, once at LAX Terminal 3 and then at JFK Terminal 4, the Centurion Lounge twice at London Heathrow Terminal 3, and then the Canopy Lounge in Nice, which can be accessed with a complimentary Priority Pass membership that you receive as a Platinum card holder. Now, valuing this benefit is pretty straightforward. The Delta Sky Club values entry for guests of members at $39 per person. So that's 2 times 39, which equals $78. Then for access to the Centurion Lounge, Amex charges $50 for an additional guest. So that's 2 times $50, which equals $100. And then according to LoungeBuddy.com, it costs €30 per traveler to access the Canopy Lounge in Nice, which is pretty much $30 US. So up until September of this year, just this benefit alone has provided me $208 in value. Another really nice benefit that I started using this year is the Clear membership. And to get this benefit, all you need to do is pay for a Clear membership with your Platinum card and you will receive a credit of $189. This is a nice benefit to have when you're traveling within the US, as it gets you through airport security quite a bit quicker. So this saves me $189. Now the next benefit that I use specifically to re-enter the US when I've been traveling overseas is Global Entry. And this is a benefit that is offered by Amex in the way of a $100 statement credit. And it is really good. I can literally skip the queue at immigration upon entry to the US, scan my passport and walk straight through to pick up my bags. So that's another $100 saving. With the $200 Uber cash credit each year, I use about 50% of this as I travel overseas a fair bit. So I get around $100 worth of value. And just note that this can be used for both Uber Rides or Uber Eats. So that's another $100 saving. Each year with the Platinum card, there is a $100 credit that can be used at Saks of Fifth Avenue, which is spread out into a $50 credit for the first half of the year, and then another $50 credit for the second half of the year. And I always use this, so that's another $100 saving. Then there is the $240 digital entertainment credit that can be used to access Audible, Disney+, the Disney Bundle, ESPN+, Hulu, Peacock, SiriusXM and the New York Times. Now I only use this for access to the New York Times, and that costs $4 each month. So over 12 months, that's a saving of $48. Now along with this, I also make use of the car rental loss and damage insurance. As I do travel a lot, I tend to rent cars from either car rental agencies or Turo. And this can save you money in a couple of ways. The first is the fact that you don't need to pay for car rental insurance from the car rental agency, assuming the car is worth less than $75,000. And if you hire a car for a few weeks, this will save you quite a lot of money. Then if there is actually damage to the car or an accident, depending on the situation, Amex is quite helpful. Back in 2018, I had an incident with a hire car that I was using in France where one of the rims were scratched in a car park, and not surprisingly the car rental agency sent me a bill for almost €400. Thankfully, I had paid for the entire car rental with my Platinum card, which has car rental loss and damage insurance. So I talked with Amex about the situation and they helped me to file a claim against the cost of the damage that was caused to the car. And in the end, I was able to get a full refund on the cost of the bill that was given to me from the car rental agency. And the best thing is I didn't have to pay for the original car rental agency's additional insurance, which can quite often cost a fair amount on top of the normal price of a rental car. Even on a relatively cheap car, it can cost upwards of $40 a day for decent coverage. And over a 2-week period, this is $560. So simply put, my experience with Amex was really good for this situation, and it really did save me a lot of money, from not having to pay over $40 a day for insurance to being totally covered for the almost €400 bill. And in terms of value, I would say that this saves me approximately $300 a year just in waived insurance fees from car rental agencies. So that's pretty much all of the benefits that I actually use each year with this card, and thankfully it is about $350 net positive. But there is a ton of additional value that I could be getting from this card, which includes an Equinox credit of $300, an airline fee credit of $200, a hotel credit of $200, a $155 Walmart credit, and the rest of the digital entertainment credit, which is worth up to $240. Now, these extra benefits are worth an additional $940, so I should really start making better use of my Platinum card. How to get the best sign-up bonus. Now, generally speaking, when you sign up for the American Express Platinum card, it is possible to get a pretty decent sign-up bonus. And it's not uncommon to see an offer of 100,000 or 125,000 membership reward points if you make at least $6,000 in purchases within the first 6 months of card ownership. Now, as I have mentioned in some of my other videos, it is possible to receive up to 150,000 membership reward points when you first sign up. And a couple of ways to try and receive this increased sign-up bonus are using the card match tool. So if you don't initially get a large sign-up bonus offer, it's worth heading over to the website creditcards.com and trying out their card match tool. And this tool basically checks to see if it's possible to get you a better sign-up bonus. And seeing that it only does a soft credit check, it shouldn't affect your credit score at all. Now, if the card match tool doesn't provide any success, it is possible to try using an incognito web browser to see if you can get a better deal. Then if this is unsuccessful, you can just keep checking back to the Amex websites after a few hours or over a couple of days. Seeing that Amex will most likely use cookies to help identify and remember your information, they may well offer you a better deal over an extended period of time and try to get your business. Now, although the 150,000 point sign-up bonus doesn't happen all the time, it is possible, as you can see from this screenshot I took. So it's worth considering whether it's worth spending a lot of time trying to get a better sign-up bonus, as 50,000 extra points can be worth at least $500, if not more, if you use them correctly. How to earn membership reward points. Now, as with most premium credit cards, it is possible to earn points when using the Amex Platinum card for everyday purchases. And these points can then be used in a variety of different ways, which will affect how much they are worth. Redeeming membership reward points the wrong way. So in this first example, I'll talk you through a not so valuable way to redeem your membership reward points. And the reason I want to do this is to show you what you are potentially missing out on, as these points can potentially be worth a lot of money. Basically, if you use membership reward points to buy products through some of the merchant partners of Amex, the points will only have a value of 0.5 cents per point. And this is the lowest valuation these points will provide you. So try not to use them for these types of purchases. Redeeming membership reward points the right way. Now, there are a few ways to take much better advantage of your hard-earned membership reward points. The first is to use points through American Express Travel for flights, flight upgrades, or hotel bookings through the Fine Hotels and Resorts program. This will basically double the value of your points to 1 cent per point, which is clearly a better way to utilize your points, as they will be worth twice as much as the previous example. Now, even though this is a pretty good way to make use of your points, there is an even better way to get a lot more value. The best way to redeem your membership reward points. Now, the best way to make use of your membership reward points is to actually transfer them to one of the airline or hotel partners, which consists of 17 different airlines and 3 different hotels. Generally speaking, points can be transferred to these programs at a rate of 1-to-1 or slightly more. Now, as an example, I'll show you a couple of different options that provide a fair bit more value. First of all, let's take a look at Delta. So if you travel from LA to Singapore on October 19th, returning on October 26th, a main cabin economy fare will cost you $1,116. Now, if you select the option to use points, you will see that it will cost 70,000 points plus $122 in fees. So if you base the points at a value of 1 cent per point, this fare would cost the equivalent of $822. Which is $295 cheaper than using cash. Another way to look at it would be to take the original price of $1,116 and divide it by $822, which gives you a points value of 1.35 cents per point. This includes the $122 in fees. And this example is already more than 30% more valuable than using points through Amex Travel. Now, seeing that I used a flight to Singapore as an example, let's take a look at a hotel for the duration of the stay in Singapore where we can use points and get some pretty decent value. So seeing that Hilton Honors is a hotel partner with Amex, it is possible to transfer your membership reward points to Hilton Honors points at a rate of 1 to 2. Basically, for one membership reward point, you will receive 2 Hilton Honors points in return. So upon searching the Hilton.com website, I found a room at the Hilton Garden in Singapore, Serangoon for the same dates, 19th of October to the 26th of October. And the normal rate for this room, if you pay cash, is $202 per night, or $1,414 for the 7-day stay. But if you choose to use points, it requires 30,000 Hilton Honors points per night, or 210,000 Hilton Honors points for the 7-day stay. So because membership reward points can be transferred at a rate of 1 to 2, it will only require 105,000 membership reward points to pay for the entire booking. And even if you value the points at 1 cent per point, it will be equal to $1,050, which is a saving of $364. Another way to look at it would be to divide $1,414 by $1,050. And this gives you a points value of 1.34 cents per point, which is pretty good. Design options. Now finally, last year I made it possible to personalize your Platinum card with the choice of 3 different metal cards. The first option is the classic Amex Platinum card, which is the card that I had for the first 4 years of card ownership, and it looks really nice. The second card option to choose from, which I actually have now, is the Platinum X Kende Wiley, and this is a nice botanical theme that has been implemented onto the Platinum card, and in my opinion, it looks really good. The final card option is the Platinum X Julie Murtu, and this is an interesting abstract image by the successful visual artist. So I think it's a nice option to be able to personalize your credit card. Final thoughts. So in conclusion, at least in my case, I believe that the American Express Platinum card is well worth a $695 annual fee. Even though I don't even use half of the benefits that are available, I still get plenty of value in return. Now, obviously everyone's situation is different, which will affect whether the Platinum card is a good fit for you. But hopefully this video was able to shed some light on some of the valuable benefits that this card offers. Now, if the Amex Platinum card sounds a bit too pricey or the benefits don't align with your lifestyle, check out this video here where I do a full in-depth review and compare it to the Capital One Venture X card and the Chase Sapphire Reserve card.